Imagine walking into your boss's office, not to quit, not to complain, but just to ask one simple thing. Can I get my raise earlier? That's it. No drama, no conflict, just a normal professional request. But within minutes, this meeting completely collapses into one of the most uncomfortable workplace moments ever recorded. Because instead of discussing money, they start discussing something nobody expected, his clothes. And that one comment changes everything. The conversation starts normal. A man named Daryl is trying to negotiate his salary. He's calm, polite, reasonable, but his boss shuts him down immediately. Times are tight, corporate won't approve it, and just when it seems like a standard rejection, someone interrupts. Not about money, not about performance, but about his outfit. Are you wearing women's clothes? And just like that, the entire negotiation dies, because now the raise doesn't matter anymore. The suit does. He tries to defend himself. It's a power suit, but everyone around him disagrees instantly. That is a women's suit. Now he's trapped, so he starts panicking and explaining. He got it from a bin. It just fit. And in desperation, he says something unforgettable. At the very least, it's bisexual. And at that moment, you can feel the entire room lose control, because this wasn't a negotiation anymore. It was a social collapse. And here's the crazy part. This is only the beginning of his worst day, because while he's fighting for his dignity in one room, something even more chaotic is happening in his personal life. Now we jump to another storyline. A woman returns after a breakup. She says something shocking. I feel good about myself for the first time in a long time. I want us back together. And suddenly, a simple breakup becomes a full emotional crisis. Because now the man is stuck between two choices. Move on and stay strong, or go back into a toxic relationship. He gets advice from a friend, just don't get back together with her. Simple advice. But in real life, nothing is simple. He walks in confident. He's ready to say no. He's ready to be strong. But then, everything changes, because she speaks, and slowly. His confidence disappears. His logic disappears. Even his decision disappears. And instead of ending things, he does the exact opposite. He gets back together. And the twist? He immediately realizes, I was miserable before, and somehow I'm happy again. Love makes no sense. None at all. Now the story shifts again. We enter the office. And suddenly, they're not working. They're playing Call of Duty, but not casually. This turns into full competitive warfare. People are yelling, we're on different teams. You don't snipe here. Who is sabotaging us? One guy is completely lost. Another is yelling strategy like it's the military. And within minutes, the workplace becomes a battlefield, literally. But the weirdest part? This office doesn't stop at games, because their team bonding is about to get even stranger. Instead of working, they introduce something called Movie Monday. Sounds fun, right? Wrong. It starts with training videos, then medical videos, then full movies in half-hour chunks. And eventually, they're watching the same episode again and again. Nobody is learning. Nobody is working. It's just controlled chaos disguised as teamwork. Now things escalate again. Two parties are happening at the same time. One is official, one is more fun. Both are competing for attention. There are flyers, confusion, arguments, and suddenly, it becomes a full-blown office war. People are choosing sides like it's politics. Some go for chairs, some go for brownies, some just want vodka. And nobody agrees on anything. The karaoke machine breaks, the music stops, the energy drops, and just when it feels like the chaos is over, someone walks in with a synthesizer and starts singing anyway. Because at this point, nothing can be fixed, so they just continue. On the surface, this looks like comedy chaos. A bad suit, a failed negotiation, a messy relationship, office games, broken parties, random yelling. But underneath it, it's something deeper. It shows how one small mistake can spiral everything. People crave connection even in chaos, and life rarely follows logic in workplaces or relationships because sometimes you walk into a meeting asking for a raise and walk out questioning your entire life. And the craziest part, if you think this was bad, this office gets even more chaotic later. Because this wasn't the worst day, it was just a normal day.